It is a Mental Health Monday. Dr. Sabrina is here. Dr. Sabrina, on a Monday, every Monday. So good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Absolutely. We're talking about the myths versus reality when it comes to someone dealing with mental illness.
Yes, you know, people have so many myths. People have things that they just believe are true. And one of the things that they believe that are true is that mental health is not a real illness, that it's not real.
Still, people believe that.
Oh, yeah, people believe that. And people believe that because they think it's not a real illness. I tell people that mental challenges is not a choice. People don't wake up and say, you know what, today, I'm just going to have a mental breakdown.
Right.
No, it's not a choice. It often requires treatment and support, professional treatment. So yes, it's important to know that it is not just a choice that someone makes.
And for, you know, somebody, maybe you've got somebody dealing with mental illness in your family, family members don't really know how to react to that either.
They do not know because we're not trained in that. And even if you are trained in it, if it's a family member, you're thinking, well, it's not my family.
Right.
And so, yes, we do have to move beyond that, thinking that it's just a choice that people are making.
What do you think the biggest myth is surrounding somebody with mental illness that people on the outside don't understand?
That they're always unstable and unpredictable, and that's just not true. With proper treatment and proper support, they live very productive lives. They can have jobs, they can, you know, have families, they can have children, things of that nature, and not exhibit the symptomatology of the diagnosis because they have gotten education and treatment. I think it's so important when a person does have a diagnosis that they're educated about it so that they understand it and not just always seeking for people outside of them to tell them something about how they're feeling.
You know, you talk about somebody getting a diagnosis. That's usually the first step in understanding, hey, maybe there's a problem that I have that I just am unsure how to deal with it, so you do seek help. What about for people that don't seek help, that say, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me? I have to imagine there's a balancing act when it comes to that person as well.
Well, let me say this. Sometimes people have the diagnosis. They know they have the diagnosis. They may have medications that they're taking, and then the medications help level them out, and they feel okay. Then they stop taking the medication, and they will believe that, oh, okay, I'm good now. I don't need that anymore. But it's the thing that you're doing that keeps you in a balanced state. And so for those who have not gotten help, who don't want to go and see someone, it is a challenge because you may not have the tools necessary to understand and deal with the symptomatology that's showing up because of the diagnosis.
You talk about, you know, one of the myths being that they're always unstable, right?
Yes.
What about one of the myths about potentially that they're dangerous?
Oh, that's a big one. A lot of people think that if you have a mental challenge that you are violent and you are dangerous. Well, the actual thing is that most of them, the vast majority, are not violent, and they are more likely to be attacked than other people, because when they may be having an episode and people don't know what to do, they'll attack them. We've seen it in the media. We've seen officers. We've seen just all types of things that people may be having a breakdown, and they're not violent, but because people don't know and understand what they're going through, they will become violent towards them.
It feels like we've been talking about mental health for a long time, but it's still so relatively new when it comes to how to interact or how to deal with or how to overcome.
I think that it's definitely something, because for so many years we've had such a stigma attached to it. We don't want to talk about it. We believe that if we talk about it, then people think we are, this is a big myth, that they're crazy. That is just the word that, oh, if you're having a challenge. It's a very common word that we use. It's a very common word, and that is not the word to use. It's not crazy. It's a person that is having symptomatology that comes from some type of chemical imbalance, generally in their blood system, things going on. It can be genetic, but really understanding what is going on and then getting the proper education and tools and strategies, because there are proper tools and strategies. And there's so many things. Some things are very traditional, and there's some untraditional things. There's sound therapy. Shout out to Dr. Rose Moulton, who
Love
does
that sound therapy.
Sound therapy and things of that nature that people have not engaged in, but once they do, they see a major turnaround in their feelings and how they're doing.
Well, that's fantastic, and it's a great start, just getting the conversation out there. And of course, you can check in with Dr. Sabrina at sabrinajackson.com, and always on Instagram at @thepeopleexpert_. And we want to answer your questions as well. Go to social media, post your question on X using hashtag #AskDrSabrina. We'll get to some of those. Also, the important topic that we're going to deal with next hour, suicide.
Yes.
Over the weekend, it was revealed that PGA golfer Grayson Murray died by suicide, and former Pistons coach Stan Van Gundy revealed that his wife died by suicide as well last year. We knew she had died suddenly. This week, he revealed that she died by suicide. So plenty of conversation to have about that. So sit tight, Dr. Sabrina.
I will be here.
All right. Dina, over to you.